Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to make mixed media backgrounds so that they don't look like a crazy mess. Right? So I was making some of these backgrounds and I ended my video partway through, but then I finished them so that everybody could see how the backgrounds turned out to look good, even though they didn't look good when they kind of were at this stage. And I thought it would be fun to show you how you can make your backgrounds look beautiful by just layering and using color and things like that. So we're gonna be doing a couple different things. We're gonna be using makeup sponges and distress paint. And we're going to be using stencils and Ranger gloss sprays. I know these don't look like gloss sprays because I have decanted them into those. So we're going to start with one of these. And I'm going to work on them together because we're going to do the colors. So the first thing we're going to do, maybe we could do this. We could do this. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put green, the same color green we used in here on this top part. And I could also use blue, okay? But I'm going to come back in with blue later. So I want green to make it kind of, to neutralize it, right? So this one is a Vicki Boutin stencil. And I love her. I could almost just... So you could almost just do this. I don't like my things to be quite so, like my background elements to be quite so linear or obvious. But I'm going to go and I'm going to do some of these. And I think on this one I'll do the stripey ones, right? Stripey circles. So I'm getting a little bit more in here. I really like this stripey circle. Right, getting some color in there. And then we're going to stop and we're going to see, do we think if that is enough color? So I think I'm going to do one more drop of paint and I'm going to do some of these fancy snowflakey things. I don't know what you would call those. We're calling them fancy snowflakey things. Oh, see? And then we're just going to kind of move this around and do another fancy snowflake. And then one over here, we're gonna go off the edge because you don't want all your stuff to be right on your paper or it looks weird, right? It looks, that's when you wind up with these designs that are right in the middle. Okay, so now we have a choice. We could do that same thing here, or we could go and pick up the blue. So, or we could mix them. So we're gonna pick up some of this green and we're going to do this, and then we're going to look at it and see what we think. That isn't jumping out enough to me, so I'm going to pick Salvaged Patina. I'm going to put a drop there, and I'm going to put some more of this, and we're going to do more of these striped circles. We're going to have one, stop it. We're going to have one going off the edge. Okay, maybe one more off this edge. All right, excellent. And then we're going to take another side of this. And I'm not going to go over into the purple because I don't really want blue in the purple. But we're going to do this. Now you're getting, the reason why I feel comfortable doing this with the blue is if we were going to get that actual color on top of it, then it would be very, very like contrasty, right? Because this is a very bright blue color. But one of the things that I've found about Distress is it's not quite translucent. Like I wouldn't call it opaque, translucent in that it's totally, you can't see it, but you can see down through it to the other colors. Okay, so now we have a little background interest going on. So let's do the purples. And I'm just going to do exactly the same thing with all of these. You can follow along. I'm just taking a similar color, maybe one of the colors I used in it. I'm going to get a little bit different part of here. And this might look really dark right this second, but look at it on that design. It doesn't look as dark because the background design is really, really dark. Okay, so we're going to do this, but we're not going to go into that green. We're just going to stay down here. Okay, so now we have those. And we'll do those over here. Whoops, over here. Now for this one, I could go a little into that red and it wouldn't bother me, right? Like, I don't want to go into green, but going a little bit into red would not make me unhappy. Boop, boop, boop. And one more little bit. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, and now if we're going to do that same thing, we would pick the star bursts, right? We're going to go back into this purple, and we're just going to do a few of these starbursts in this purple, keeping it in exactly that same color. Right? And then maybe over here we get a little bit more adventurous and we get the darkest pink I have. And maybe we leave the purple in there, right? So now we're getting not quite bright pink, but we're getting a little bit of that purple too. Right? There we go. So it's not like it's exploding in there. We're just getting a little bit of extra color. Okay? So that's good. Now let's do the same thing. I gotta get another one. Now we're gonna do red. We're gonna go this way. Boop, boop, boop. So if you're a righty, always turn your mat and stuff so that the right works. I feel like I have some of that pink still sitting there. I am gonna do this because I don't wanna waste my paint. You'll see, this won't be so glaring when we get done. And let's go all the way off over here. All right, there we go. Cute. Now, the reason why that looks like it's jumping out is because yellow and purple are contrast across from each other on the color wheel, so they're gonna jump out more than if we had used any other color, literally. Okay, so here we go, and we're doing our stripes. Well, that. Okay, here we go. Stripes, stripes, stripes. I made all these stripes that go in the same way, right? I didn't turn my stencil. So over here, I'll probably make them go all higgledy-piggledy and do that way, and then this way. And then maybe a little bit more that way. Couple going off. One coming over here. All right, I have a lot of red left. All right, so what did we have going on over here? We have a lot of red. So let's, oh, hold on. Before we do that, we were gonna make some stars in the red. So let's come back over here and we'll make our stars. I might use it all up. Okay. I don't feel like I'm too wasty now. That wouldn't have gone well with that. All right. So now we have this one done on that one. And now I want like a complementary color. And look, there's already that citrus green in there because I'm gloopy. So because green and red are opposite on the color wheel, you know that because of Christmas, this is going to show up really well, right? Even though it'll be translucent, it's going to show up better because it is opposite of red on the color wheel. I love color theory. If you go to my site, Artsy Fartsy Life, there is a free workbook about color theory so that you can start to understand what's going on maybe with your own art. Okay, so now we need orange and yellow. So we're going to do yellow. Where's our Vicki Boutin? I believe this is the Storyteller collection. Oh, I want a clean one. There we go. All right. All right. So we need our straight bees. And this is going to turn a little bit orange, right? Because we have yellow and red. Ooh, look at the gradient we got there. That's amazing. Sweet. All right, let's do one over here because they're all on top. We don't want them all on top. We want to move it around. And then this one we'll do flippy, floppy, flippy, floppy. And then we'll be done with this step. Ooh, we got a whole bunch we need to do over here. This way. And see, we can kind of cover up some of that white. That way. That way. And that way. And now we need a little bit more yellow because this one we're going to do yellow with stars too. All right. So that is fun. Now those are cool, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to use a, this is a silicone mat. We're going to put these guys away because we don't need them anymore. Another nice thing about the Distress is when you squirt that with water when it's mostly wet, it will, it just goes away. You don't have to scrape it off or anything. Okay. Oh, we got red over here. I thought of that as soon as I set it down. I was like, no! Okay, we're going to have to do something about that. Okay. Oop. So let's go ahead. Tim Holtz always says, clean your mat, clean your mat. I wonder why he says that. Actually, I like that, so I'm going to leave that there and not worry about it. Those ones are plainer. These ones are fancier. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use the same colors. I pulled out the same colors in gloss sprays, Ranger gloss sprays. And this time, whoop. So I have this one, which we can try, okay, to keep kind of that same Vicki Boutin thing. So we're going to try that first, and we're going to do it with green. So let's get our green and our blue. So this is gloss spray, and I know it doesn't look like gloss spray because I've taken it out and put it into dropper bottles, but I could not keep my gloss spray bottles to work, so I just merged them into these droppers. So let's try this one. We're gonna come here, we're gonna get this on here, right? We're gonna smudge it around, and we're gonna come over here, and we're gonna set it down. I don't hate that, because all I'm trying to do is get a little bit more color on there. Do we feel like we're getting that shape? I don't know if I feel like we're getting that shape. Okay. I don't mind that the color's on there because we're using the same colors. Okay. So let's try a different one. This one's circly bits. So let's do circly bits and see if we can get, maybe we need a little bit more. Let's keep trying. So we got some over here. Hey, Joes, what's up, honey?
I'm watching.
Circly bits. There we go. That's what I need. So I needed a little bit more to be on there. Oh, good. Okay. Cool. Now, can we put that blue anywhere else? Do you need something, honey?
No.
Just visiting? All right, let's do the green. Circly bits. Boop. Boop. And on this one, it's not exactly the right color green, but you know what, guys? Use what you have, right? Like, everybody cannot have everything that every designer puts out, I promise you, because if they could, I would. No. You'd have to have like a warehouse size house, right? I mean, that doesn't even make sense. Okay, so we're gonna close up our blue and our green. Gosh darn it, who didn't know that would happen? So if you're thinking, oh, you wouldn't have spilled it if you had it in the spray bottle, I always had my spray bottles open too, and I spilled those numerous times. Okay, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna grab something else that is in those colors. See how you always know you can use those colors if you stick to the same colors, right? I almost could do it over here too. There we go. No bother. No sense crying over spilled gloss sprays. Ah, you get it. I know. Mom jokes. I'm pathetic. Okay, so it looked like a lot, but it really was just a tiny bit. All right. So now we got to put these back. This was a different day or a different project. Okay, so now we need purple. I got the purple out. How about we close them up? And I got this pretty flower stencil. Where'd it go? Let's try this one. Okay, choo. Maybe tap it down. Ooh, that worked great. Tap, 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 tap it down. Ooh, I like the organic look I'm getting there. Okay, I want it to be not just in one spot. Okay, I don't mind that at all. And see, there's a bunch of, I was going to say real artists. I'm sure that I'm a real artist. I don't know that I'm a capital A artiste artist, but there are some, let's say, professional artists out there who can draw things, and I can't draw things. So I use stencils and I use stamps. We could do some stuff with stamps another day. But I am not ever going to, like I enjoy doing art. I don't enjoy drawing. I'll do doodling at the end. Don't get me wrong, like me some doodles. But I don't draw faces. I don't draw birds. I don't draw anything. Okay, let's go back to this one because I thought this one did good. Boop. Haha, we just sprinkled it all over. And please don't get precious about this stage, because this is truly a background stage. You're gonna love what they look like when we're done. You're gonna be happy we made them, but a lot of this is gonna get covered up. We're just doing this so that we have some interesting bits in the background, so it's not just so darn plain when we do our artwork. All right, and then this last one we're gonna do is gonna be cheddar. It's a beautiful, I am even gonna clean this off so that I don't mess up my cheddar, which is not at all like me. Okay, but cheddar is a very pretty color. It's not gold, It's like a dirty yellow. That's a color. It's actually a color I like to wear too. So it is my jam. Okay, so we got some of it on there. Let's get some of it on here. And the thing about everything that I've done today is this is all permanent. Now, if you don't have these products, what could you use instead? You could put your Distress inks down, right? Your activated ones, and you could waterize them and do the same thing. You don't have to do that. The thing for me is I like everything to be permanent, but you don't have to have everything be permanent. You do it how you want and just take the techniques of how I made a background and apply them to what you do. So let's go ahead and dry this so you can see these. Okay, so now you can see where there's extra stuff. It's a little bit darker, there's lighter areas, but overall, if you squint your eyes, that's what you kind of want to go for, that there's a similar look. This is the boldest difference. This is probably second, and then this is very homogeneous, maybe the green and the red, but those are all going to make really cool backgrounds. I'm going to be doing these for my mini magazine collages, so hopefully that helps. I'll put a list of all the stuff that I used in the description. Hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.